Hey, hi all. Welcome to my tutorials. So today we are going to edit this photo, and this is the final output, and this is out of my camera. So let's see how to achieve the huge shift in the colors. Okay, so let me revert to the original state. Uh, okay, so if you see, this is straight out of my camera, and this is the information like it is taken with a Sony cam. And let's shift to the histogram. So the histogram it shows it is slightly overexposed. So let's bring back the let's slightly adjust the exposure. So now you see, now midtones are properly lit, and slightly reduce the highlight, and increase the shadows so that you can get the some details in the shadows. Now histogram is very well lit in the mid-tone, and nothing is underexposed and nothing is overexposed. So this is where we start our image. And let me tell you today brief introduction on the curves. So this is very powerful tool. Any slight adjustments will bring huge shift in the colors. So if you see, there are four things that you can adjust in the curves. The curve, the right side is again, the right top is again the highlight. So if I shift this, you are seeing that highlights are blowing out. So right side is the exposure, right side top is an exposure. So you increase this, the exposure will increase. You decrease this, exposure will decrease. I mean the highlights will go down. And this is a midtones. So what I mean midtones is, so if I increase the midtones, now you are seeing the highlights are not blowing out, but all in the medium range. The histogram is shifting towards the highlights. So you see that I'm bringing down, the highlights are properly, midtones are moving towards the shadows. And the bottom is the shadow. So if I increase the shadow, so the shadows are now going down. And if I move towards right, so now the shadows are becoming very black. So this is all about the curves. Like okay, okay, let me bring back where is now red. The beauty of this again, if you increase the red in the highlights, so the highlights now red is getting in, the change in the color shifts in the red in the highlights. Similarly, if I reduce, if I increase red in the shadows, the red will be increased. So you see I'm moving towards the to towards the top. Now the red color is increased in the shadows. And if I decrease, the red opposite is uh, you know s- uh, the what you call that color, teal. Red opposite is teal here. So you reduce red in the shadows, increases the teal in the shadows. You increase the red in the shadows, it will increase the red. So, and similarly, if I reduce the red in the shadows, it increase the teal color in the highlights. So for the green, the same funda, but green opposite is magenta. So if you decrease green, magenta will be increased. And if you increase the green in shadows, green will increase. And if you decrease it, magenta will be added in the shadows. Okay, same for the blue. Blue opposite is yellow. So if I decrease blue, yellow color will be substituted in the highlights. And if I decrease the blue in shadows, so yellow will be substituted in the shadows, and vice versa. So let me bring back. Okay, now the point is, if you remember, I wanted a maroon tinge on the highlights which are on the clouds. So to attain that, as I already told you, so if I reduce the green in the highlights, now I will get the uh, purple in the highly in the white clouds that you are seeing in the top, and it is also reducing the it is also bringing the purple overall the highlights. So let us also reduce little bit in the in the shadows too, and increase red in the highlights, and decrease, see, now I think this this would be a better way. So but if you notice the shadows, they are like they are highly blue with a lot of blue chromatic aberrations. So let's completely bring down them by increasing the yellow in the shadows and increase the blues in the highlights. Little bit this, yeah, this would be a better. So this is how you can bring colors in your image. So if you see before and after, so let's go to the before, and now it's after, before and after. Okay, so if you notice, now we are losing some highlight details in the, so slightly bring highlights back and reduce little bit of shadows here. Okay, somewhere here is my sweet spot. Okay, okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so with the curves you can bring back so much of colors and details by reducing the highlights or increasing the shadows. Okay, now let's go back, uh, let's bring little shadows back in the image. Okay, and reduce blacks. Now let me bring some blues back into the image. So okay, so if you increase the saturation in the blue, so you are getting the blue color with the nice okay, nice blues back. Okay, uh, this is where I would say I can see a nice shadows, nice highlights blown on the golden structure, golden statue on the top. You see the a, a maroon nice clouds with the blue background. Yeah, I think this is how I edit my photos. If you have any questions, yeah, feel free to ping me. Thanks, bye.